असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय।
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Good evening. అందరూ బాగున్నారా? ఉత్సాహంగా ఉన్నారా? ఆనందంగా ఉన్నారా? ఈవినింగ్ బ్యాచ్ విల్ బి ది ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ టిత్తర్. Morning to evening, going to college. So much of traffic, pollution, sound. Mind gets exhausted naturally. Yes, because seeing so many things, because if you travel in a city, how many people you will get to see? Mind is constantly like taking photos of every face you see, every poster that you see, every scene actually. You know, it's like a continuous photography, like a camera flashing, tuck, 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 tuck. So many impressions by evening. That's why by 9:30, mind says, I'm totally exhausted. You open book nicely, like sleeping tablet. Book works like sleeping tablet. Wonderful sleep it induces. Kada? Yes. Please see page number 112. The last quote in the page. The uplift of the women, the awakening of the masses must come first, and then only can any real good come about for the country, for India. It is only in the homes of educated and pious mothers that great men are born. Here men means men and women, great human beings are born. That's what Swamiji meant. First statement I leave out for now. Okay, let me concentrate only on the second statement. It is only in the homes of educated and pious mothers that great human beings are born. Now you are all here to learn language. I know why you are learning language. You are learning language, you want to improve your language skills, communication skills, you want to fine-tune your English. All you are doing for what? To to get a good job. Communication is required for all the jobs today here, because all the jobs are in only service sector. In cities, you can't do agriculture. Only manufacturing and service sectors you have to get absorbed. There is a kind of saturation in manufacturing. In India, it is not yet, but in Western countries, it is. So only jobs are available in service sector. Service sector is basically based on communication. So communication skill is very important. That's why you're here. Fine. You have learned English well. You got good job also. What next, Tata Kim? Thereafter, what you will do? ప్రశ్న. తర్వాత ఏంటి? ఉద్యోగం తర్వాత ఉద్యోగం తర్వాత వివాహం. వివాహం తర్వాత పిల్లలు. అవునా కాదా? That means you are tomorrow's parents, tomorrow's fathers and mothers. Some of you might have got married already. So the thing is, that's why here the statement is relevant. It is only in the homes of educated and pious mothers that great human beings are born. You know, Swami Vivekananda talked about the greatness of this country in the West, mostly in America, some 12 decades ago. So he compared the East with the West, Indian women with the Western women. When he saw the women in America, Swamiji felt very happy because they were so free. They had education, they were doing jobs, they were self-dependent. Okay? They were self-dependent, they were so confident and so clear. Everything for Vivekananda, practically only the women disciples did. So he would go to speeches, he would collect money and come and dump before them, and they will actually collect the money and they will put it in bank. All the service actually had been done only by women. They helped him so much. And seeing them and comparing them with Indian women, so Swamiji actually, the Indian condition of Indian women, Swamiji lamented, he bemoaned, he said, the one reason for India's backwardness is this neglect of women. We have neglected of women, we have not given them education. We have never taught them actually to be self-reliant. And then Swamiji said, a bird cannot fly on a single wing. Okay, he compared society with a bird. If you compare society with a bird, for it to fly well, both the wings should be strong. అంతే కదా, ఒక పక్షి బాగా ఎగరాలంటే రెండు రెక్కలు కూడా గట్టిగా ఉండాలి. So for the bird called society, men and women form two wings. If one wing is weak, that society cannot progress. The one reason for India's backwardness is neglect of women who form half of our society. We should have given education to them, but we have not empowered them through education. The Swamiji conditions were like that, social condition. Then he dreamed that Indian women also would get this kind of education as their Western counterparts were getting. Now today, if you look at it, 12 decades past now, okay? That was 120 years back situation. Today, girl children are also being brought up on par with boys, and they're also going to schools and they get educated, and they're also doing jobs just on par with men. But they have a special role, right? Nature actually has given a special role to them. That is actually motherhood. They bring fresh life into the world. Mother's role is very great in that. They are not able to do justice to that role. If they have to do justice to that role, men have to support them, particularly husbands. Not just husbands, the entire family have to give them that support. Today in India, if you just look at statistics, some 3.5 million children are being born every year. I think there are with, preterm babies. 1.7 million children are being born with birth defects. Okay? The reason is maternal stress. If the mother undergoes stress when the child is growing in her womb, it affects the child in a negative manner. Most of the times, the effect is irreversible. Subsequently, you cannot undo. You cannot actually bring normal health to the child. You just see any video today, the appeal is that. Okay? First, actually, there is an advertisement, a kind of appeal, and crowdfunding. Through crowdfunding, they want to collect money for the child because the child is born with some congenital disorder. Because it's just a simple thing. It's not a simple process at human level. Okay? You have to do it consciously. And particularly, mother's emotion and thought should be positive. She should not undergo any kind of stress. If the family doesn't give that necessary support, and afterwards the entire family has to take the burden, has to take responsibility of bringing up a child who is born with some congenital disorder. We are not paying attention to this. And also, the child should not be separated from mother for 2 years. That means mother cannot do any job for 2 years, ideally speaking. For that, the entire family has to extend help, particularly husbands. You take care of the child because child needs that kind of support and nourishment from the mother. Now they have to do job and then they have to take care of the child, they have to take care of the family, home, and how is possible? If you don't do, if you don't give that support, you think if you don't have time, don't make children. Okay? It's not a simple thing. Just recently I went to a district headquarter town and they brought all thalassemia affected children for that meeting actually. I really got surprised in a district headquarter town like this, these many thalassemia affected children are there. You know, every 15 days you have to give blood to the child. Then only the child will survive. Blood you have to put into the body of the child. Every 15 days, lifelong. You just imagine the torture. It's neither life nor death. I really appreciate those parents. They are just literally saints. I have seen saints. The parents, they have sacrificed their life completely for the sake of the child. They can't go on a pilgrimage, they can't go on an outing, they can't go to the relative's home because they have to take care of the child. Child needs the attention of the parents. Either mother or father has to be there with the child all the time. I really found them like the saints only. That much of patience they're serving the child. But do we have that kind of strength? I'm asking. The generation has gone. We have that much of strength to take care of a defective child like that. It's not easy. Unless you see God in that child, it won't be able to do. Mothers are doing mostly. Because mothers identify with the child. Because they think it's a part of their own being. So, as you don't have that much of time and that much of money and resources, most of the people, on donations actually. So there are organizations, I just actually wanted to support that organization. That organization collects money and that money is given to these people and to buy blood from blood banks every 15 days. Lifelong, actually, every 15 days you have to give blood to the child just to survive. Forget about child cannot go to school, child cannot learn other things, it's very difficult. So when you want to bring a life, fresh life, do it consciously. See that actually boy, a girl, actually baby comes into the world with normal health. The preterm babies being born, underweight babies being born with congenital disorders. This is on the rise because of the stress. So don't run, don't be in a hurry, and give the support to the mother because you're all going to be husbands of some women. Okay, you want to become fathers. You should have an aspiration: what kind of father I want to become, what kind of mother I want to become. Mostly, if you are spiritual, if you are God oriented, if you take the help of the Lord through prayer, through meditation, through repetition of God's name, an exceptional child will be born. So it's a very deep subject. More about it, I will actually discuss with you in the next prayer meeting. Thank you. Nice evening.